of the power, but the resources that they were taking is about 48%. For the independent power producers, they are giving Kenya Power about 25% of power, but they're taking away about 47% of the payments. So how do you deal with that even as you go to the different transmission lines? Precisely.
First, the turbine we are retiring in Moroni belongs to government. It's a Kenyan turbine. So that we will have no conversation. We will just retire that. Then we will have to have a candid discussion with our thermal energy producers. And for your information, we need them. The problem is, for the last 5 years, we haven't generated much of power. We have 400 megawatts of capped geothermal energy, which I have instructed that we should move with speed to unlock that potential. Because much as we want to retire the thermal power, we have a challenge of the amount of supply of power during the peak hours. So we are juggling between making sure that we use what we have efficiently, we generate the much more efficient power sources so that we can begin the journey to retire the thermal ones. But this requires a consistent, approach and consistent follow-up. And that's what I intend to do.
All right. Your Excellency, going back to the cost of living, Kenya National Bureau of Statistics says inflation rate is now at 9.5, at least by November last year. When you come into office, the first thing you do is to remove subsidy on the likes of Unga. The big question is, as you run the program on subsidizing the cost of production, is government saying it was unable to also run the program on subsidizing Unga so much that you remove the pinch on Kenyans who are feeling the pain as they go to the supermarkets to buy Unga?
John, do you know how much those subsidies were costing us? It was costing us 16 billion shillings every year to subsidize fuel. It was costing us 3 billion shillings every month. Every month. It was costing us 8 billion shillings every month to subsidize Unga. It was costing us 3 billion shillings to subsidize electricity. A total of 26 billion shillings every month. The decision to subsidize Unga, fuel, and electricity was not an economic decision. It was a political decision. It was meant to placate Kenyans to vote in a certain way. Unfortunately, Kenyans did not buy it because they did not feel it. They looked for this Unga of 100 shillings, they did not find. They waited for the price of things to come down, it did not come down, right? Because it was a political decision. So, did you, John, expect me seriously to be elected president? And I know what is right, to continue to do what is wrong. Because what would that do? In a year, we were going to spend 300 billion shillings on subsidy that benefits nobody. It would have been the most reckless thing to do. But just to respond to your issue of inflation, yes. In October, the inflation went actually not 9.5, it went to 9.6, right? But because of the interventions we have made, inflation is now at 9.1. It's on its way down because we are making the right decisions. It will not be sorted out in a week or 2 or 1 month. We got ourselves here because of 3 years of making